What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you watched the last episode, you know that we threw the stock Mototec controller into the BombMoto B1, and it works out great. It's perfect for beginners, perfect to just get your wheels rolling while you're waiting for your far driver or whatever else kit that you're gonna go ahead and throw into it. And I was getting about 23 miles per hour, which is actually a 3 mile per hour increase over the stock Mototec, and I'm getting a ton of low end torque with that big old motor. But I think what I'm gonna do today is shunt mod the stock Mototec controller. Now I'm gonna see if we can get up in there. Let's see. Yeah, it might be a little hard to show you guys, but if you look right there, we got these two little bars hanging out. And what I need to do is pinch those two together, and we're gonna put a ton of solder on top of it. Now, I do want to warn you guys to do this at your own risk, as you can't really control the amperage, and you never know what you're gonna get. You might end up throwing 50 amps to this controller. You might end up only throwing 40. You could be going up to 60. So your best bet is to take it slow, throw a little bit of solder on it at first. And then if you want more, go ahead, throw a little bit more solder. That way you can up the amperage a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna go about midway, kind of extreme, but not as extreme, since I really don't care too much for this controller anyways, and this is more of an experiment. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is pinch those two together with a pair of pliers and go ahead and solder them. And then I will bring you right back and show you what I did. We'll throw it in and see what kind of gains we get. Alright, let's see if we can get up in there close. As you can see, I went probably way too overboard, but we got a nice bead of solder connecting both of those together. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and put this back together. Pretty easy. Once you put the case, you got these 5 screws I should say on the side, another 5 over here, and I think it's 5 or 6 on this side. So we'll go ahead and slide this back together, plug it into the B1, and let's see if we blew this controller up or we're going to get some good gains. So as you can see, it's all back together. This controller has successfully been shunt modded. You can see it's turning on and the wheel still spins, which is good. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and switch to helmet cam. I left the, I think this is 35 amp fuse in here. So we will know for sure if the shunt mod works if we pin it and it blows this fuse out right away. And in that case, what I'll end up doing is snip and then just tying these directly together. Alright, so let's go see if we can blow that fuse. Alright guys, it has been a minute since I threw the helmet cam on. There we go, we got 51.6. Oh, right away you can feel it. Oh my goodness. So what I'm going to do, since I hooked these up, is I'm going to turn my throttle sensitivity down. That's a little too much. Oh heck, we're going to turn it all the way up and give it a rip. Oh jeez. Go ahead and buckle the helmet up real quick. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn the my little GPS thing on real quick. We are started. Okay, so let's see if I can pick up a few miles per hour with that shunt mod. We got everything turned up to the max. It's crazy. Lifted right up. Seems like we're pretty topped out right here. We ain't going any faster. Oh, hopefully the old guy didn't hear. Man, this thing is so much fun. Suspension feels good. Alright. Well, it's definitely popping up a lot harder. Let's see what we got. No, we're staying at 23 miles per hour, so no speed gain. Alright. Let's see if we can hit some wheelies. Oh, scary. What up? Alright. Yeah, with the new bike, I definitely got to get used to it. Oh, it comes up so much easier now. Dang, definitely got a lot of practice to do, but let me see if I can turn the sensitivity down on the throttle. There we go. Yeah, I'm still scared of it. Man, it feels good though. Cool deal. Well, I got a lot of practicing to do to get these wheelies right. But I would say it's not a huge improvement, but man, it helped a lot, especially with popping the wheel up, going a little bit faster. Because at the beginning it was, you'd have to pretty much be stopped to pop it up or really push down and pull back. But this little shunt mod definitely did the trick. No speed gains, which I'm not worried about. I'm trying to do slow wheelies anyways. But yeah, guys, figured I'd give you a little video of how I shunt modded my Mototec controller and slapped it all on the B1. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Until next time, peace. Alright guys, I kind of ended that video prematurely, and I'm going to end up sticking this little clip on the inside, somewhere in between. But I went back and I soldered the base of those two prongs and just put heavier solder on it. And I finally ended up getting the fuse to pop. I don't know where I put it. I might have thrown it somewhere. So I'm cutting that out, and then I'm going to solder these two together, shrink wrap them, plug it back in, and see if it made a little bit more of a difference. Alright guys, sorry this video is kind of all over the place. This is the next day, and I wanted to show you guys how this thing rides after I added more solder to it. Like I said in a couple clips ago, I did end up popping the 35 amp fuse, and I soldered the positive wire directly, so it's straight to the battery, no fuse added. So obviously it's running a little bit more than 35 amps, I'd say, but I think I'll be able to show you the difference it actually made, which is pretty crazy. I also wanted to show you I cleaned up the voltmeter, got it all nice and flush, was able to hide the wire, so it looks nice and good now. Go ahead, turn it on, and then we got it all set to max. Obviously it didn't change the speed. Speed's gonna stay the same. I'm pretty sure that's just the controller thing. And I will say that the throttle response is terrible on the max setting. But if you can already tell, it just takes off so much faster. Let's see, hit a wheelie, I'll probably kill myself. Still terrible at these. Definitely need to practice more. I think I got the tire pressure up too high. But as you can see, you know, I'm rolling a little bit faster than I would normally pop up at. And she's popping up. She chases them a little bit. I'll put my game face on. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you guys how much more of an improvement it made above what I already did, and the fact that you can have so much fun with these things. Just gonna take some getting used to. So I can come down here and I can turn my throttle response down. It adds kind of a lag to it though. Alright guys, I think you get the point. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this video together and get it out to you. Wow guys, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this at the end of the video, but after I did that more solder on this thing, I'm noticing about 5 volts of sag when previously it was like 2.5 volts of sag. And for a stock controller, man, this thing almost ripped me back the first time I got on it. Still the same speed, still hitting 23 miles per hour, but it gets there so much faster. It's super snappy, and usually with this controller, after about, once you start rolling, you lose all torque. This thing literally wants to pick up wheels until like 5-6 miles an hour, and even then it's still pulling super hard. Obviously this is nothing compared to what we're used to and what I always do, but for something just to throw in for maybe your kid, or like I said, if you're just waiting, this is definitely the way to go. So if you got your old Mototec controller and you're sitting on a B1 chassis, give it a shot, try it out. You might as well while you're sitting waiting for your far driver, or you just got nothing better to do. Alright guys, I'm out of here.